We got updates on the future of Ubisoft and PlayStation. No more delays for GTA 6. We did get one delay, though, along with a ton of gaming news to go over. Thanks, as always, for joining these weekly news roundups. So sit back, and let's get into it. Some good and bad news for PlayStation. First, their full operating income jumped by 43% to $2.88 billion, thanks to an increase in software and add-on sales, mostly due to third-party titles on the PlayStation Store. However, they sold fewer first-party games. Last year, it was 39.7 million units. Now it's 28.9 million. It's worth noting that they didn't release a title like Spider-Man 2 in the last 12 months compared to the year prior. That should change in the coming year. They sold 18.5 million PS5s in 12 months, which is wild considering there hasn't been a price drop yet, and they've even increased prices in many regions. The PS5 is still neck and neck with PS for sales, but the PS4 was sold at a much lower price. So overall, Sony is making more money. I mentioned a price increase earlier. This might also happen in the US due to new tariffs. So if you plan to buy a PS5 for something like GTA 6, it might be smart to get one now before prices go up. We also learned that Sony is shifting its focus. According to Gaiowitz on Twitter, instead of prioritizing console unit sales, Sony's management is now focusing on engagement and MAU monthly active users, aiming for long-term profitability. The gaming industry has changed. It's no longer just about selling games, but about how long players engage with a platform. Live service games have players sticking around longer, and Sony wants in. This could impact the types of games they release. For example, a first-party title might be 50 hours long instead of 25, like The Last of Us Part 2, to keep players engaged. They also refer to the PlayStation Portal as an engagement machine. More ways to access PlayStation means more time spent on it, which leads to more spending. That brings us to their live service initiative. They want to create games that players can spend endless hours in and that can earn more money per player. However, this plan took a hit recently. Bloomberg reported that Jade Raymond, founder of Haven Studios, has left. No official reason was given, but sources say an internal test for Fair Games happened recently, and some developers were concerned with how it was received. If the feedback was great, you'd expect her to stay, right? Also, the $sign was dropped from the title. It's now just Fair Games, possibly hinting at a change in direction. It was supposed to launch at the end of this year, but it's now delayed to spring 2026. That's around the same time as the biggest entertainment launch ever, GTA 6, so Fair Games has a steep hill to climb. Now, let's move on to Ubisoft. During their investor call, they confirmed that they delayed a significant number of IPs. After Star Wars Outlaws flopped, they re-evaluated their entire pipeline and decided to give games extra development time. One of those games was The Shadows, which was delayed by 4 months. That delay paid off, as the game launched with fewer bugs and played great. So, the delay of Far Cry 7 by a year, from the end of 2025 to the end of 2026, is likely a good thing. The next Ghost Recon, expected to be first-person like Ready or Not, is also delayed, along with the Splinter Cell remake and several titles in the Assassin's Creed pipeline. I'd be surprised if Hex, the next game from the Valhalla team, is delayed out of the holiday 2026 window. Ubisoft will want to keep major Assassin's Creed titles in that Christmas slot. But maybe the Black Flag remake, rumored for late 2025, will now launch in early 2026. They'll want to get it right. Ubisoft also has smaller titles that may have been pushed, so their next 12 months are looking pretty light. In addition to the Black Flag remaster, they've got the Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time remake, now expected in Q1 2026, January-March. Maybe we'll see it at Summer Game Fest or Gamescom. Ubisoft will likely continue business as usual until their next 5-year slate is out. This includes a new Division game planned for 2027 to 2028 and 2 more big Assassin's Creed RPGs coming in the next 6 years. They also plan to reduce costs by another $100 million over the next 2 years. That could mean shutting down support studios and laying off developers, though no major restructuring is planned for now. If their upcoming games flop again, that could change. Now let's go over some quick gaming headlines. Please leave a like, it really helps. And subscribe because we post one of these big gaming news roundups every Sunday. Quick shots: Stellar Blade PC release, It will include all the expected features: uncapped frame rate, ultra-wide support, and new content. A new boss fight against men will be added to boss challenge mode. Beating him unlocks the Royal Guard suit. There will be 25 new outfits, and the Crimson Wing will be available for free. It's already the second top-selling global game on Steam at the time of this recording. Mods for this game are going to be wild. Marvel 1943, delayed to early 2026. This is the new game by Uncharted creator Amy Hennig, featuring a young Captain America and Black Panther during Wii. Still no gameplay revealed. My guess is we'll see it at the Game Awards in December, not Summer Game Fest. Kingdom Hearts 4, we got new images but still no release date. Notably, Donald and Goofy are missing from Sora's HUD, suggesting they may have split up. Playable Mickey appears in a library. The shadows now look more human-like. The first trailer dropped in 2022, so it's been a while. Hopefully we get more info soon, maybe during a potential PlayStation State of Play or showcase later this month. I'll keep you posted. Rumor Roundup. Here's where I give stars to the biggest rumors of the week. 3 stars means I believe it. 1 star means take it with a big grain of salt. GTA 6 delay. Likely not happening again. According to Take-Two's CEO, when they set a specific date, they usually stick to it. May 2026 is looking more certain. They wanted to give us that date to reassure fans that the game is real and coming. Still, I'll believe it when I see it. They still have plenty of good reasons to delay if needed, but for now, this is good. News: remasters and re-releases. Rumor has it that Rockstar is planning remasters of older games. GTA 4 and Red Dead Redemption 2 might be coming to modern platforms. According to Gamerockter, Red Dead Redemption 2 could launch on Switch to later this year, along with overdue PS5 and Xbox Series patches. Take-Two is supporting Switch 2 with multiple titles, including Borderlands 4, so this is definitely possible. 2 stars for this one. We've heard similar rumors before, but this one makes sense. We might also get a PlayStation Showcase announcement this week. Sony usually announces these a week in advance. If it's a State of Play, we'd hear about it a few days beforehand, so maybe next week instead. Just speculation, but it's worth keeping an eye on.